Shalom. We the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York, underneath Commander General Yohana. We are not affiliated, associated with any other Israelite group. Man, you know what tonight's topic is going in on, man. Something that is very serious in the Black, Latino, or Native Indian community, man. And that is child molestation and rape, man. Molestation and rape plagues the Black, Latino, or Native Indian community. It plays our community bad, man. To the point now where it's getting to the point now where it's normal, man. Where it's normal to accept child molestation. Where it's normal to accept rape. Like, a lot of people don't even understand, man, especially these devils who rule over us and oppress us. They don't understand why a lot of our people are in the condition that we are in, man. You know, why sisters are stripping on poles, or why sisters abort their babies and do all these various things. A lot of these sisters have been molested, man. And a lot of these brothers as well. You know what I'm saying? Like a famous rapper that everybody likes, you know, they say he's a homosexual, which I'm pretty sure is true, but the rapper Kevin Gates, you know, he's always rapping about doing homosexual things. Somebody told me one time that they recall him saying in the interview, he said when he's in prison, he said when a man comes in, the first thing he looks at is his lips. And I was like, good night. Kind of the brother said that, and I was just like, damn. You know, that's a heavy demon. But then he came out and stated that he had got molested by one of his mother's male friends while he was younger, and he told her, but she didn't believe him. You know what I'm saying? And now you look at him right now with him being a homosexual and a violent man, maybe, you know, in his past and even now. The reason why he's like that because somebody robbed him of his innocence, man.
Right, damn right.
You know, and that's what's wrong with our community now, man. And now we got a situation going on in not the conscious community, but like Captain Tazariot said, the community.
Damn right.
Where they have their leader, because that is supposed to be the leader of the so-called conscious community, who is not conscious, who is unconscious, Polite. You know, Polite just got brought up on sexual allegations and rape charges, man, of a 14-year-old girl, man. 14 years old, man. I'm gonna see, can I share you this article out? I got it right here. I'm gonna see, can I share you this article? But man, that child molestation, man, is something that is very horrible amongst our community, man. You know what I'm saying? And nobody speaks on it but the ISUPK, man, underneath Commander General Yohana.
Damn right.
We are the only ones who speak about it. We are the only ones who take to the front line to go against it, man. You know, you leave it up to your Christian pastors, sheesh. They not going to say anything because they're doing the molestation.
That's right.
Touching on your kids. You know how many women have been molested by these Christian pastors, man?
If I could.
Kind of kind, sir.
And you know, and just to go right head into the point, the conscious community, man, like if anybody knows anything about conscious community, the conscious community is like this so-called group of people who are looking for anything other than Christianity.
Right.
And something that is more in tune with blackness, or that's in tune with some, you know, with Africanism or melanism, or something that has nothing to do with the white man, not realizing that they're still Christians. You know what I'm saying? And so they try to separate themselves so much from Christianity and from, you know, these Christian pastors and this and that, when they're no different from them.
Right.
Like Polite, you know what I'm saying? He's no different from a Christian pastor. You know what I'm saying? These pastors, guess what they doing? They doing the same thing Polite doing. They molesting children. You know what I'm saying? And guess who's supporting them? Their congregation throughout that. You know, and the brother's gonna go into some heavy detail about it. But you know, my point is that, you know, we so hungry for leadership in this place that we ain't thinking about holding the leadership that we're looking for to accountability. You know, that's based on righteousness, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why we hold Commander General Yohana you know what I'm saying, at a high regard. The reason why we honor him so much, because this is the brother who I can leave around. I can leave my children around this brother or any of these brothers in this school that that he runs, and I ain't got to worry about none of my children being molested, man.
Right.
I ain't got to worry about none of my daughters being raped, none of my sons being touched and groped and molested. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of leadership you want to look for when you got a leader, man. Somebody who you know you can leave your children around and they're not burning in their desire and their lust to molest your children. You know what I'm saying? But y'all brothers and sisters in the community, in the conscious community, you blackly blacks, you know, all of these different sections, the Wapians, and you Pan-Africanists and you Egyptologists and you everything. Whatever you are, you know what I'm saying, you are putting your children in danger by following these customs and following these traditions of the so-called conscious community. And right now, one of your greatest leaders inside of this, in that conscious community, and if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, but is Polite not a hero inside of that place?
Damn.
Is he not a celebrity in the conscious community? Is he not one of their champions? Because if I'm not mistaken, Polite is one of their champions. Right. I believe Shaka Amos was one of their champions.
Damn.
I believe Dr. York was one of their champions. You know, all of these people who are their champions in the community, the conscious community, are also known to be raping and molesting children, man. And thank God for the ISUPK. So like, I ain't trying to take it away from you guys.
No, he too well. So I don't want to hear that. Damn. So like I said, just to go off what you were saying, I don't want it so heavy because black people are so destroyed. Latinos and Native Indians, we're looking for somebody to be a hero, and we wanting to accept anything. Mm-hmm. No matter what their background is. You know what I'm saying? Even when, like, voting, people seen Joe Biden up there kissing on them young girls, man. Right. And black people were willing to accept Dirty Joe, man.
Yeah, right.
They willing to accept it. And rather than, looking people's background, they accept the same thing with Polite. And I was listening to somebody on YouTube yesterday who was talking about Polite, saying this isn't his first allegation. They said it was something else that happened 7 years ago. And like Captain Tazariot said, you can only imagine what's going to start to come out, man. Just like Captain Katazar said, Dr. York is his spiritual father. So like father, like son, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you say my dad.
Yeah, if I could, you know what I'm saying, like that just shows you, man, that the ISUPK has a true priests and prophets, man. Because of course everybody know, where that line across the line came from. It came from like coming up against the camp and Captain Katazar, Captain Tazariak and Captain Katazar coming up against them. You understand? Saying that you are like your father.
Yeah, right.
Like you are like your spiritual father. And that just shows you, man, how much, sexual deviances goes on in that quote unquote conscious community, or just that community, as a Cap put it, man. And that just shows you, man, once again, man, how everything trickles back up to that Christian church, man.
Yeah, right.
From the Roman Catholic Church, on down, to the Christian church, to the quote unquote conscious community. It's all Christian.
Right.
Right.
That's not even in our custom to be a child molester or a pedophile, man. That just shows you how much they love their father, man.
Yeah,
damn.
Right. And if I could add, man, that's so heavy that he said that, but what's even more heavy about that situation is that this is how you know that the ISUPK is right and everybody else is wrong, right, man. You understand? Give that a hand for real. Yeah, right. And the reason why I say that is because Captain Tazariak was so right when he said that you are who your father is. Yeah. Like you are your spiritual father. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that Dr. York was molesting boys. Mm-hmm. And then John Yohana just revealed at the cookout that not only that, but his biological son had got some charges for sexual assault.
Who? Dr. York's son?
Dr. York's son, his biological son.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And so now, here you go all the way today. So many months or years from now, from that battle that Captain Tazariak and Captain Katazar had with Polite out on the street, letting him know that he was his spiritual father, and now he basically proved to everybody that what they said was true. He proved to everybody that what the ISUPK said was true. we're gonna always be right. The Lord has us, you know what I'm saying, has our back in this, and there is no organization, there is no group that's gonna be able to withstand the Lord, man. You ain't gonna be able to go up against the Lord.
Damn right.
If I could,
Come on.
that happened years ago. You know
Man,
what
come
I'm saying?
on, man.
Like that happened years ago.
Like back in 14.
Like, yeah, like 14, 15, and that just shows you of how much, you know, knowledge and how much truth we have in this school, and how everybody else, just like Alawan said, like they just don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that we say, it comes to light, man.
Damn right.
Everything, like I mean, even, you know, I think about, you know, when I came to the truth, everything that I was watching on TV, you know what I'm saying, when I was a young man, student, officer, whatever the case may be, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like come to life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, this COVID, whether it's, with this, of course, the whole thing with, polite, whatever, you know what I'm saying, the generals, captains, officers say, all this stuff is coming to light, man. And that just shows you once again, man, that everybody outside of the UPK, they're nothing.
So like it, if I can give one.
Hey,
example,
Con, sir.
Cause he got me ready, man. I'm gonna give you an example of what he's saying is true. Back in the day, General Muhammad and General Yana both said that one day you're not gonna hear nothing about GMS. Let me ask you a question. How much do you hear about GMS? Rarely. You don't even see them much. They used to be all in the videos, had a ton of YouTube videos. You don't see them much anymore, man. And that goes for a lot of people, man. A lot of people you don't see it. You've seen a decline in a lot of these fake Israelite groups. And it still got some trying to come up with whatever, but they end up, falling off or whatever. You don't never hear about them no more or whatever.
Right.
But rest assured, if a priest and a prophet in the ISUPK say something, it's going to happen. I don't give a damn what you say.
Right.
Because the Lord is with the ISUPK, man.
Damn right. Damn right. Damn right.
And let me also add this, Salakia. We also said, the ISUPK also said that eventually this country's community was going to fall.
Damn right.
And that polite was going to eventually fall.
That's a fact.
And it's happening right before our eyes, man. That's it.
Good night, country's community. Damn. Like if I could, I want to know all of the people who supported Polite. What do you have to say about this? Because it's a lot of people who trying to back him up right now, and we got scriptures on all of that.
They disgusting, man.
And Salagia, Mark, but I'm gonna give it to you after this, Mark. But did you get this one right here, the one that says darkness to light?
Disgusting.
Like how can you it's like they don't even understand the type of power they giving this man.
So like if I could, I read a comment. This brother had made a post about polite, and some disgusting homosexual got up there talking about this is the white man just attacking, or something about the European man just attacking him because he's a melanated man, a melanated king with a lot of money, and they don't want him to shine. They don't want him to be great and the melanated king. And I'm sitting there like, man, shut your mouth, man.
Gay. Melanated king. Don't call
Calling
him
him a melanated king, man. I will never refer to a man as my melanated king.
It sounds like you calling him a chocolate king.
My chocolate.
That's what he said. Don't ever call. You can never, Salagia, sir. Never call a brother in this school a melanated king. It is, God damn, like, yes, he's a chocolate king. Like, pause. Salagia, it says stages of grooming. If you could read what it says. You could read it where it says, child grooming is a deliberate process.
Yeah. Just from the top, right, sir?
Come.
This the good website is just crazy. This is the darkness to light in child sexual abuse. Child grooming is a deliberate process by which offenders gradually initiate and maintain sexual relationships with victims in secrecy.
And that's what Polite did.
Damn right.
That's exactly what Polite did with this young girl.
Damn right.
He had a relationship with this girl in secrecy, man. That's why he asked her mother, can I take her with me to the party? you know, we're gonna try to patch up y'all little issues that y'all having. And and I'm gonna let you read down, Mardaki, where it says the stages of grooming.
Can you mind if I say something?
No lie, sir. I don't mind, sir.
This I'm gonna let you keep going. So like you, what people better understand is, Polite didn't get with that woman for that woman. He got with that woman for that girl, man.
Right.
He was already had his eyes set on that girl, and that's what a lot of predators do. They see a woman with her child, they're not looking at that woman, they're looking at the child. And then when they get married to that woman, or while they dealing with that woman, in secret, behind closed doors, they messing around with the child, man. That's what he's going into right now. That's what he's showing you right now with this.
Good.
And if I could, that same instance happened with Polite because he had married an older woman because she had like a 17-year-old, 19-year-old daughter.
God.
And then after that, you know, I'm guessing he got rid of, you know, the older woman to get to get with the younger woman. So that happened. You said the stages of grooming, Officer Bunsen? The stages of grooming, targeting the child.
Doing what?
Targeting the child.
Like I don't like Mardaki just said. This bastard Polite married the older woman, and after he got done with her, started dating the daughter. That's what a lot of these rich entertainers do, man. What do you think? Why you think these pastors be getting caught up on those charges for messing with them young girls, man? Just like that pastor out of Spartanburg, who got caught. He got was she 14? 14 to 15, grown man pastor got the girl pregnant.
Damn.
And guess who we targeted first? Her mother. Bringing her into the church. Jesus gonna bless you. Praying for the mother. Hell, the mother probably got to the point where she was like, damn, you can go ahead and date my daughter. I don't give a damn. Cause that's what type of time we on, man. We in a horrible point in time for Israel right now, man. It's like we've been so destroyed, we willing to accept anything, man.
That's right.
You know, long as it sounds good, we accept whatever comes with it, man. And that's why people that are molested, children, little girls, little boys that are molested, they just remain victims their whole life, man. Because nobody speaks on their behalf, man. You know, if you rich, like Polite said, when he got caught, what did he say? He told the mother, don't say nothing about it because you're going to destroy my career.
Man.
That's what all these rich entertainers do, man. You think what's his name? Eddie Long. I don't even like saying his name. His name is so disgusting to say.
Name sounds gay.
Damn, Eddie. I just called the nigga Eddie. He's Eddie L. You know what I mean? L Eddie. Let's just leave it at that because I
Eddie
didn't.
sounds gay.
Yeah. Damn, I don't even want to say that. The whole name is this suspect. Like what kind of man names himself Long?
Right.
Sheesh. Damn. Eddie Long? Good night. Pause. But even with his victims that he had, he was trying to pay a lot of them young boys off, man. Paying a lot of them young boys off, taking them all around the world. You know, flying them out, doing things to keep them quiet, man. Trying to pacify their pain, man. But if you could, Mardaki, if you could read those stages of grooming, man.
If I could, real quick.
Come on, car, sir.
Because you said something heavy. You said what you said about the money. You said they be having. You said something about the money.
Kind of what said the money pacifies the pain, sir.
Right, pacifies the pain, and then what's the problem with it? The problem with it is that for the expense, just to be able to have that money, that means some child has to grow up with all kinds of demons on them, man.
Sheesh.
So you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all been watching, man, just real quick. I know if y'all been watching, I've been watching his Instagram because, you know, he been coming back and saying stuff on Instagram, you know, but if you watch his Instagram, it's like, if I ain't never seen a guilty person in my life,
Right.
This brother is so guilty, all right? Because when you look at the Instagram videos, all he is talking about is his rich and his fame and his fortune. What he has received over time. He keeps harping on how his 14, 15-year-old daughter is about to be a millionaire in a few months. You know what I'm saying? Through his tutelage and his businesses and stuff. And what people don't understand is this is a absolute monster. An absolute monster. Somebody who's rich in fame and fortune matters more to them than how you come out from being traumatized by being raped and molested. We're not talking about a 14-year-old girl, you know what I'm saying, who he might have just been kind of pushing up on or flirting with a little bit. We're talking about a 14-year-old girl who he stuffed his rod in her mouth. Stuffed his rod in her mouth and left semen all on her damn shirt, man. That's what we're talking about here. And the conscious community, any one of y'all defending this monster, y'all disgusting, man. Y'all some evil, hateful bastards towards our daughters. And I've already seen people saying, oh, she was a Jezebel. Oh, she was a slut.
Damn.
Oh, she was coming on him. How dare you blame her for what this disgusting bastard did, man? To hell with you and that community, that conscious community, if you're going to sit there and blame that sister for something as disgusting as that, what that bastard did to her, man. It's evil, man. So like,
God damn.
Like, that just shows you because, like, in in the actual police report, the victim was saying that the only thing that she remembered that night was when she got invited to the party, she was drinking, and when she woke up, he was trying to stick his fingers down her throat so she can throw up. The only thing that she remembered. Then of course, like Audubon said, that they got DNA proof that the semen was all on her. In this quote unquote community is trying to defend that. Like, that just shows you how Captain Kalizai say, how Christian of them. That just shows you how Christian that they truly are. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that they are doing, the Roman Catholic Church does, man. Everything that they're doing, the Christian Church does. You understand? It's just so mind-boggling on how they can support a pedophile.
Sheesh.
Just like they supported Eddie Long, you know what I'm saying? Just like they supported Dr. York, all these other people. I mean, like, the list goes on and on and on. Like, it's just sickening to just, wake up and just keep on hearing about this, man. And it just makes, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me infuriated and so angry to the point where, like, dang, like, y'all really supporting these people?
It's crazy. And if I could, Salaki, that's an excellent point. But if I could, just real quick, man, even you can tell that this whole matter with this conscious community is even sort of in a way, and I could be wrong, people might disagree, but you can kind of tell it might be humbling Sonetta just a little bit.
Right.
Because he kind of sit back like,
that is a fact.
These niggas might be right.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like, Commander Giuliani might be right. Because he's seeing it often. He's seeing it too often. Right now, this is what it looks like. It looks like the ISUPK versus the conscious community. Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like the ISUPK and all of these other fake Israelite groups and this people and this people versus the conscious community. It looks like the ISUPK versus the conscious community and everybody else, and the ISUPK is on top, man. Because we saying the things that they doing and it's coming out in the light, man.
That's a fact, sir.
Sheesh. Good night. And I don't want what you're saying is so heavy, sir. It's like Sonetta now, he's starting to finally see, like, damn, I supported Polite. I was behind Polite. Just to find out everything the brothers were saying was true. And Salaki, could you read the okay? Sorry.
This targeting the child. Perpetrators may target and exploit a child's perceived vulnerable abilities, including emotional neediness.
What?
Neediness.
Mm-hmm.
Isolation.
Mm-hmm.
Neglect. A chaotic home life.
A what?
A chaotic home life.
Go ahead.
Or lack of parental oversight.
And that's what a lot of these child molesters do, man. Just like Polite, man. Like what Polite said about the young girl. He said he was trying to patch up things with her relationship with her mother. Because he knew that she had a chaotic home life, man. You know what I'm saying? And she had a lack of parental oversight.
Right.
That was the reason why he was able to get her in a hotel by herself, man. Because she had a lack of parental oversight, man.
If I could.
Kind of one kind,
if I
sir.
could explain to everybody what that means. What it means is that she didn't have a mother that was going to say, nah, what the hell you want to take my daughter to a hotel for?
Right.
Why? She didn't have a sound a parent with sound judgment. She didn't even have a father that could say, yeah, she didn't even have a father that could say, what the hell you letting my daughter going off with this man for? Or no, hell no, you can't go with him. You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest problem in the black community, is that we're lacking, you know what I'm saying, that head, that father figure that we need to have in our household.
Right.
And this is why these pedophiles, these disgusting bastards like this are allowed to go out and molest and rape our daughters, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, you go ahead.
So like I said, I was just gonna go off what you said out of one, and it's like, Marta, could you get that scripture? The only way to bind a strong man's house. Cause you better believe, ain't no strong man gonna look polite take any daughter of theirs to a damn hotel. Cause we got daughters here in the ISUPK. And the only way something like that can happen is what the scripture's about to tell you, man.
Right.
Because a lot of our sisters in the world don't understand this, man. The reason why this young girl got an advantage taken of her, man, and the way she got done is because she didn't have, she didn't have a lack of parental oversight, man. She didn't have, like I don't want to say it, she didn't have a parent that was there to say, hey, wait a minute, polite, what you mean you're going to take my daughter to a hotel? What you mean you're going to take her to a party? She's 14 years old.
Right.
Like, her mother was more concerned about his wealth rather than her daughter's well-being. And that's the same thing these Christian pastors do, man. These Christian pastors play on people's emotion with their money.
That's right.
Come in with their nice suit, their nice cars. You blinded by what this bastard is really about to do to you.
That's right.
You just looking at, oh, he got a nice Porsche out there. Oh, he got a nice luxury house. And he telling you, yeah, your daughter, she can come over and stay tonight. You know, my daughter's here too. Right. And he got your daughter downstairs in the basement, leaving his remains on her T-shirt.
That is crazy.
Good.
It's like, you got that scripture up?
Yeah, so this is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 29. Or else, how can one enter into a strong man's house?
How can somebody enter into a strong man's house? Because this is what sisters in the world don't understand. Just like that sister, man, who allowed her daughter to go to polite, what she didn't understand was she needed a strong man. And the strong man she did have, she probably kicked him out.
Right.
He's probably on child support. I guarantee you. Because if he was there, his daughter would have never went with polite. But the scripture says what? Go ahead.
Or else, how can one enter into a strong man's house?
How can you enter into a strong man's house? Go ahead.
And spoil his goods.
And spoil his goods, because guess what? His daughters, those are one of his goods, man. His children, those are his goods. How can you spoil his goods? How can you make the things that are good to him bad, man? Go ahead.
Except he first bind the strong man.
First, unless you bind the strong man.
Right.
And that's what has happened in the Black, Latino, Native Indian community.
Damn right.
A lot of these strong men have been binded, man. Child support, drugs, incarceration, homosexuality. The list goes on, man. The reason why these child pedophiles are able to flourish in these neighborhoods, probably just one slice, is because there are no strong men in these households no more, man. You know, these sisters in the UPK, man. I put that. It's a lot. Damn. That is it. Slaki. The reason why these child molesters are able to flourish, man, because they know there are not no strong men in these households, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You wonder why you always hear about these allegations and child molestation cases in the Christian church. It's because these pastors know these churches are filled with vulnerable women, man.
That's right.
Why do you think they always coming against the man? If you got a lazy man, you need to kick him out. You need to put him on child support. You got to get what you got to get. Because guess what? These pastors know these scriptures too, man.
That's right.
Don't think they read these scriptures and just read them like, yeah, that's Jesus trying to bless everybody. These pastors read these scriptures and they understand too. The only way you can bind a strong man is the only way you can, defeat a strong man is if you bind him. You kick him out their household. You get him incarcerated for child support. You down him and degrade him to a point to where he doesn't even give a damn anymore. You're gonna have that woman and them kids all by themselves, man. Mm-hmm. And you got people like Polite and pastors like EL, because I'm not saying his name. TD Jakes. What's the other one name? John Gray, who take advantage of that, man.
Yeah, right.
Who take advantage of sisters who are really looking for some type of protection. But the protection she was looking for, she's discarded that, man. Now that child molester, like Polite, can easily swindle and sweet talk their mother into believing that I got your daughter. She ain't got to worry about nothing. Or I got your son. We just going to camp this week. You ain't got to worry about nothing. And then you find out your child don't got molested.
That's a bad thing.
That is, it breaks my heart to hear these things happen to our people, man. That's why General Yohana, man, sends us on these street corners to wake our people up, man. Because this breaks our hearts, man, to see sisters and young brothers having to be molested because their parents don't want to listen to the truth, man. They'd rather just believe in money rather than believe in this truth.
Right.
And she like, Mark, you think you read that scripture? She like, yeah.
I don't think so. It's the book in Matthew chapter 12, verse 29. Or else, how can one enter into a strong man's house?
How can you enter into a strong man's house, man? Because here in the UPK, these are strong men.
Right. Damn right.
Child molester will get... Listen.
Yeah.
Child molester, that's all I'm going to say. Child molester, yeah, that's it. Cut on one con, sir.
Like it'll be hard. It'll take me some boy. Getting counsel would be hard, but I wouldn't know how to call Captain Nas, Dr. Jenna Muhammad on that one.
like Jenna Muhammad said, if she says it happened, it happened. Lord be with you and be careful. You cannot touch. Listen, if the UPK is around, it's not going to happen. That's all we're gonna say. FBI, we know you're listening, but anyway, you're not gonna do that here in the UPK, man.
Damn right.
That is not gonna be. Listen, you can't come in here with that type of lifestyle. Only thing you're gonna be like, what happened to brother so and so? Oh, I don't know. It wouldn't be no brother Polite in here. Ain't none of that going on. That's why Polite was so heavy against this school, man. Because the things that he believed in, all you conscious people out there, think about this, what you believe in. All you Kundalini lovers, Salakia, all you people out there, you believe, all you Egyptologists and all of these people, you believe a man produced life by putting seed in his mouth. That's what you believe in. You believe the earth was created by a man putting seed in his mouth. And you don't think child molestation is going to come behind that? You don't think... So you got it, sir.
Oh, if I could. So like,
Kind of, sir.
and then here's the thing that the conscious community don't understand, right? They think that Polite is against us or is against the Bible because of what he believes is invalid about the Bible. What they don't understand is when a man is a monster, when he's a disgusting bastard, has a disgusting spirit like Polite, the things that he's refuting is not the fact that whether the Jews were black or not,
Right.
or whether Christ was our king and he was a black man. What he hates absolutely in the Bible is the laws that say that you can't rape a woman.
Right.
He doesn't like to be told what to do. He does
Right.
not want to be told that he has to live his life like a righteous man. Because what he desires is lust. He desires to go and have sex with any broad that he wants to have sex with, any whore that he wants to have sex with, or molest or rape any woman that he wants to be able to molest or rape. And that's what sets us apart in the ISUPK, because we are people We are people that have laws. You understand? And we have dignity, and we have love and respect for our people.
Right.
But him, you think that he's just this smart, intelligent guy who can logically dismantle the Bible and disprove its validity. You know, but in reality, he's not disproving any validity.
Right.
And he's telling you what you don't understand because you're ignorant. You
Damn
don't know
right.
what the hell you're reading. You don't understand the Bible. But what he's trying to tell you is, listen, I don't believe in this Bible because I don't want it. It's not going to tell me how to run my life. It's not going to tell me I can't be no faggot.
Dang.
It's going to tell me. It's not going to tell me that I can't go and smoke weed. It's not going to tell me that I can't go and sleep with whores. It's not going to tell me that I can't go and molest children.
Wow.
It's not going to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what Polite is against. He's against anything that tells him how to be a good man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he'd rather be a filthy, rich bastard that molests 14-year-old girls. Good riddance.
It's like, sir, if I could, I'll give it to you, Mark. It's like, sir, now it makes sense to why he's bragging about his money so much. That's why he brags about the money so much. You know what I'm saying? He's like, listen, look what, I know I'm a lust-filled bastard, but I'm rich.
Exactly.
What are you complaining about? I'm rich. I got money. Like he knows, like you said, he knows that the Bible goes against the lifestyle that he lives. But as long as he has money, what are y'all complaining about?
Damn right.
Listen, any one of y'all will take $50,000 right now and let me leave with your daughter.
Right.
But he know in the UPK, we don't care about your money.
I'll throw that money back in his face.
Right.
Slackers, sir. Ooh-wee.
It's just like, what's the movie? Was it ATL?
Con with con.
Well, he took that. T.I. took that money and smacked Big Boy in the face with that money.
Mad disrespectful.
Been mad disrespectful with that money, boy.
Oh, you about to do what? You said $50,000 for my daughter.
Pop right in the damn mouth, boy.
So like, sir, take ground. Like, boy, that's not. Nah, you can't get it. Take ground. Come on, sir. Listen, money doesn't make us in here, man. And that's the problem. Like General Muhammad said, he said, if you love money, you love the so-called white man.
That's right.
That's your God. And that's who Polite's God is, man. Who do you think Polite love? Why do you think he moved to California? Took pictures with all those oppressors, man. That's who he loves. Like the scripture says, ye of your father the devil, man. And the lust of your father you will do.
And if I could, General Yana also said, and which is absolutely true, why you niggas think that he really for the black Latino Hispanic community, he really is not. He's not. He's running them same scams that them damn Nigerians, them Africans be doing over there in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sitting here thinking he's just all about black people. Meanwhile, he telling you who he for in every move that he do. I mean, it wasn't too long ago when the nigga was taking pictures with all of these devils, all of these white girls he was taking pictures with. And meetings with white people. You understand? And all hugged up on them and everything. You think he wasn't having sex with them?
Ooh.
You out your mind, man. Polite does not like love black people, man.
Right.
What that nigga love is money, and he loves sex with minors.
Sheesh.
It's no different from any Christian pastor, and you are finding this out. We've been telling you this since forever.
Right. If I could too, like it just shows you how, you know, that scripture where it says, what is it? Money is the root of all evil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, just think about it. You know, like this predates the, Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Like it predates the, who was it? All these conscious community. I'm not sure if everybody familiar with Red Pill Booth.
Yeah,
You know
come.
what I'm saying? They were straight scamming black people. You know what I'm saying? Into people buying their their quote unquote designer clothes and people will send money, but they will never get items.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, good night. You could quote unquote Dr. Umar Johnson.
Sheesh.
Good night, man. Like he was supposed to start a whole school.
What
A
happened?
whole school. Where was that?
That was a damn scam.
Delaware. In Delaware, he was supposed to start a whole school.
Didn't they catch him with a stripper or something like that?
Strippers, all that. I mean, you name it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was all lust and all money, man. And like this just shows you how brothers and sisters in the UPK we don't give a damn about money, man.
No.
Yeah, so like we don't give a damn about money, man.
So like that joker was taking your money and giving it to them damn $40 hoes over
Right,
in the
exactly.
strip club.
$40.
He was throwing the one. He was throwing your ones at them.
I'm trying to say, that's a fact, sir.
He was stopping at the bank and pulling that money that you been donating, and he was sitting up on that damn Instagram ranting, talking about,
Right.
"Come on, black community,
Yeah.
I know you can do better than that. You need to send me more than that.
Yeah.
Send
Damn.
me more than that. I need more than that."
Yes,
And
sir.
then
That's
he taking
what's
all
up.
your money and he over there giving it to
That's
some
what's up,
$5 hoes, man.
The hoe he wanted, you didn't provide him enough money for her.
Right.
That's what it was. He said, "Come on now, I ain't got enough money to get the good hoes."
I'm tired of getting these trashy hoes. He's like, I caught another STD. But let me explain. If you take this certain amount of Seroquel and you mix it with a little Tylenol, you got an antibiotic.
Oh man.
Hey, shit like that remind me of that. What's the name of that movie? He was like, Nick Nack.
Niggas just using big words. And sit down somewhere, man. Polite used so many big words, but it still didn't stop him from being a child molester.
So like if you look at some of the Instagram videos that he been coming out with, in rebuttal to all that's going on, that's all he doing, bro.
Right.
He just sitting up in there, all of these dictionary words, these Webster dictionary words. It's like, nigga, shut up. Nigga, you talking about money and using these big old words and how people not gonna be able to stop you. You're a king and you're not tied to no machine and this and that. And I'm like, brother, your life is done with. The Lord is exposing you for the disgusting coward and disgusting bastard you are, man.
Kind of what kind?
The words ain't gonna save you this time, brother.
It's a lie, sir. He's about to find out that the Most High is real.
Right.
Con.
So like, Mark, can we read the rest of that?
Yeah, kind of.
You read it from the target and the child.
Yeah, the article, right, sir?
Where it says stages of grooming, and it gives the stage, description, and the example.
Example, okay. I'm at the example of targeting the child.
So this is an example of targeting a child. We read the description of what happened when somebody's targeting a child. It said perpetrators may target and exploit a child's perceived vulnerabilities, including emotional neediness, isolation, neglect, a chaotic home life, or a lack of parental oversight. Now we're going to give you some examples on what that means. You got it, Mardaki?
The offender will pay special attention to or give preference to a child.
What? Good night.
Like what we're talking about, these devils even know about this. They will. The offender will pay special attention or give preference to a child. Man, could you go to the next one? Like on the stages.
Sir. Gaining the child in caregivers' trust.
So this is the stages of gaining the child's and the caregiver's trust. The child is the child, and the caregiver is the parent, mother, most likely the mother, because you ain't gaining no trust in no father. You're gonna find whoever trying to be a child molester to beat the hell up in the backyard somewhere.
Bloody.
It's like, you go ahead up.
Sir. Perpetrators work to gain the trust of parents, caregivers, to lower suspicion and gain access to the child by providing seemingly warm yet calculated attention and support.
Read that again.
Gracious.
Perpetrators work to gain the trust of parents, caregivers.
They do what?
They gain the trust of parents, caregivers to lower suspicion.
Don't that sound like what your Christian pastors do? Ain't that how these people work their ways in? They come in and then they gain the trust of parents and caregivers.
Look it out the people.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how they do with these mothers. Just like Polite, what he did with that young girl's mother, he gained the trust of her, man. He gained her trust. Ain't no mother going. Do you really think her mother would have let some random man be like, "Hey, I'm gonna take your daughter with me to a party"? She would have said, "Hell no." You got it, Mark Ducky.
I mean, and like think about, you know, like in these, you know, in this quote unquote hood, you know, like scenarios, it's the same thing.
Right.
You know, like everybody don't suspect, you know, Uncle Leroy to, you know, molest your daughter or it's worse, molest your son.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Because what they do, they go in there all, you know, try to be all buddy with the parents, you know, may do some, you know, some drinks if they, you know, druggies, they may do some drugs with them, lower their suspicion, just exactly like they're saying, and then what? In his mindset, he's already, you know, triggering that child. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's that girl or that boy,
Damn.
what happened next? Oh man, you know, why don't you go ahead and let me babysit your kids? And we didn't all, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody got a story of that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody babysitting your kids, and then what happens? Oh, daddy, you know, such and such hurts. You know, such and such hurts.
If I could, and you thinking, if I could, you thinking that you know, because that's uncle such and such and cousin so and so, you know, oh, it ain't no harm. Let me leave the child with him. It's just cool.
Right.
Man, listen, we are not in our kingdom, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Uncle such and such and cousin so and so, you know, them brothers been molested themselves. You know what I'm saying? And them brothers is gonna take it out on yours. On your child, you leave them around them, man. You know what I'm saying? There's only one safe place for Black, Hispanic, and Indian children. That's in the ISUPK.
Right.
I can leave my children with any brother in the ISUPK.
Damn right.
Any brother.
Damn right.
And guess what? Ain't none of my children gonna ever have to come out of their mouth and say, you know, officer such and such or captain such and such touched me. You know what I'm saying? Or molested me. I ain't gonna never have to hear it, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I know one thing. I leave my child around one of them disgusting, conscious community bastards of them Christians, and I guarantee you I'm gonna have to kill somebody.
Right.
Kind of a kind. And Salagi, sir, what you saying is so heavy, sir, because I know a sister I went to school with. We was in the 9th grade together. Beautiful sister.
God.
And she was real girly. Had the long hair. You know, she was real girly. I seen her maybe, I might have been 15 then, 16. I seen her again maybe 5 years later, and I didn't even know who the hell she was.
Wow.
She had cut her hair up to a low fade, and I thought she was, you know, like a lesbian. But then the sister was like, yo, she was like, yo, what's up? I was like, what's good? She's like, no, it's me, so-and-so. And I was like, who? She was like, so-and-so. And I had to look at it, and I was like, damn, I didn't know that was you.
Right.
Like, she had transformed herself into she started to look like a man. And, you know, we sat on the porch. I was in the world then. You know, we was having some drinks, and, you know, we was smoking. And eventually she told me that her grandfather had raped her and got pregnant. Her grandfather. She said, sitting with the grandfather while he was watching her. She was like 14. She was like 14 at the time, sitting over there at the grandfather's house. They started sipping. He started letting her drink gin.
What?
It was a sister. Like I was saying, I was a sister I knew. I was maybe like 19 at the time. And when I went to school with the sister, I was older than her. She was in the 9th grade. So she might have been 14. I might have been 16 or 17. So I was a lot older than her. Well, not a lot older, but a little more older than her. But when we was in high school, she was, you know, she dressed up like a girl. She was pretty, had the long hair, earrings in, and everything.
God.
But I seen her again when I was 19, maybe like 19 or 20. And I didn't know who she was. She was like, what's up? This so-and-so. Because she was looking like a guy. She had cut all her hair off and everything. Baggy shirt, baggy shorts. And she was like, no, it's me, so-and-so. And I was like, who? She was like, so-and-so. I was like, yo, what's up? I didn't even know that was you. And so we sat on the front porch. We was drinking. I was in the world then. We were drinking and smoking. And eventually she told me that her grandfather had raped her.
Oh, man.
Her grandfather. And it's the worst thing about it. He had got her pregnant.
Oh, man.
Had got her own grandfather. Had sex with her and got her pregnant. And she said they was sitting at the house like down the street from where we was at.
Right.
Because she always used to say, I hate that house. I hate that house. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I hate that house right there. And I was like, and you know, I knew then, but I wasn't like where I'm at right now.
Right.
And I could see it bothered her, but she was like, they was sitting in the house, and it was a liquor house right up the street from, like, it was across the street from us, but it was up the street from where she stayed at with her grandfather. and she
Right.
would always go there and get him bottles of gin. And she said one day they was sitting there drinking and sipping, and she said she got drunk, and he had sex with her, and she got pregnant by her own granddaddy, and the baby that she had by her granddaddy came back with mental issues, man.
Damn, man.
Very disturbing.
That is disturbing.
And these are the things that plague the Black, Latino, Native Indian community, man. And this,
If I could,
Colonel Khan, sir.
people don't understand, man, and if you're in the conscious community or you've been watching the conscious community or following them, I pray you hear me well, and I pray you hear all these brothers in school very well. The Bible is against all of these things that you see happen. You sit here and you're in shock and you upset and you crying about why is this happening? Why did he do that? Why did he do this? Why did he do that? You don't understand, man. Why he's sitting there trying to, hate on the Bible and all of these other people are hating on the Bible, talking about the Bible ain't real, it's a fictitious story, it's this and that. Okay, say it is a fictional story, right? You believe it's a fictional story, fine. But can you absolutely go against the fact that the Bible speaks against those things?
Right.
The Bible speaks against homosexuality. It speaks against molestation and rape, man. You can't rape a woman. To rape a woman is the same as murdering your brother, man.
Right.
It's the same in the Bible. And you get put to death for that. We're supposed to put you molesters to death according to the Bible. You're supposed to be dead. You're supposed to be polite. Is supposed to be right now. If we were right now not under grace and we was in our kingdom,
Right.
polite would be having his head cut off right now.
Damn right.
People don't understand. He would have his head cut off and he'd be stoned to death, and it'd be horrible. You understand? That's what you don't understand about how realistic and how the Bible is the only true book for Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Damn
That
right.
That is the only moral compass for us that tells us how we should live our life, how we should not live our life. And there is no other book. I've never heard of anything out of the book of Mayat or out of these other Egyptian texts and all of that that disdains homosexuality of every kind and molestation and rape. However, we're always, the conscious communities, they're always against the Bible, and the Bible is telling you don't do these things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just makes total sense. It makes total sense why Dr. York, Malachi York, and why Polite and all of these other sexual deviants, why they hate the Bible, because the Bible is against the things that they do, man.
Colonel Khan.
It's like how weed smokers defend smoking weed, and if you tell them not to smoke weed and it's against the Bible, that I don't believe in that Bible, no way. Oh, okay, it makes sense because you don't want to believe in it because it's telling you not to live like that. So like that was it.
So like, Donnie, you had something you want to bring up, Princess?
I was about to ask, what does it mean to be stoned to death?
Who-wee. So you want to answer the one or you want me to?
What was her question?
She said, what does it mean to be stoned to death?
No, you tell them.
All right, be stoned to death was something that we did in the nation of Israel. It was a punishment to somebody that went against the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. So what we would do was we would dig a hole. We would put your body in the hole, and we would leave your head out of the hole showing. We'll cover your body full of dirt and just leave your head out. And people would take stones and throw the stones at your head until eventually you died.
If I could just, give like a visual of it, like how you at a beach, you know what I'm saying, and like everybody, playing the sand, and everybody put, the kids in the sand or, throw in the sand, and they just have nothing but their head showing.
Right.
Something like that.
I would love to catch an Edomite like that and just slag it, but I'm just sidebar. But if we could, Marduk, can we go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 25 also?
And if I could, while he's doing that, can I read something that I always want to read something. I was going to ignore it, but I just saw so much.
Comment, sir?
Yeah, these comments real quick by somebody named Matios Rafael Negas and Stefanos.
Sheesh.
Sounds very gay.
Sheesh.
That name is giving me homosexual vibes right now.
Sounds like he paints pictures while sipping wine.
God, this is what he said. This is a few comments that he said. He said, we Habasha is the real Jews. He said, you have no link to Semitic uncolonized G's language of Eritrea or Ethiopia. He said, we accept LGBTQ lives in Israel. I get that. We can tell by your name. We have gay pride in Jerusalem and all a bunch of stuff. And you guys are Dusties. I am Habasha. Whatever, man.
Salaya, sir.
You know.
Is he an Ethiopian, sir?
He giving me African vibes too. I'm not sure.
So-
His name's Matthios, Raphael, Sneakers.
Could you get me Zephaniah 2 and 12? You.
I think he is. I think he's one of them Falasha type.
Oh, you one of the Ethiopians. Hey, you know what? If you're Ethiopian, we're gonna let you know how the Most High feels about you Ethiopians. If you could, Mardaki.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 12.
Could you read aloud for this Ethiopian? Because I know it's a bag of rice being dropped right now as we speak in Ethiopia.
Yeah, he said real blood of Falasha. So please cut this disgusting Hamite, dirty Hamite.
Here you go, bag rice lover. Salai, can I say that, sir? I know you're waiting on the bag of rice to be dropped in Ethiopia right now, but this is what the Most High feels about you Ethiopians. Say it loud for this Ethiopian Mardaki.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 12. Ye Ethiopians.
Ye what?
Ye Ethiopians.
Whatever your name is, go ahead.
Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by the sword.
Damn.
Damn.
Where's that don't sound like love for you Ethiopians. I mean, like he said, you the true bloodline, but this right here sounds like the only bloodline we gonna see is the line of blood running in the streets.
Damn right.
When you get slain by the sword.
Damn right.
You can go ahead. You got any more than Mardaki?
Come, sir. And he will stretch out his hand against the north and destroy Assyria.
Ooh-wee. He's gonna stretch out his hands against the north. He's gonna destroy Syria, man. We see that happening now. You got something, Mardaki? Go ahead,
If I
Mardaki.
could, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is, this is so spiritual, man, because this, this heathen right here saying that, he's quote unquote over in Jerusalem, whatever the case may be. But wasn't it like a few days ago, like Jerusalem was on fire and it was evacuating Jerusalem? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just shows you, man, like, how the Most High is serious about his place, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, homosexuals may be over there now, but in the new kingdom,
Ooh-wee.
that's not going to happen. And the Lord is giving you just a piece, just an inch of how troublesome he can be. You know what I'm saying? How that great trouble can be when it come up, when they come up against the priests and prophets of the Lord, man.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to the hell with that Ethiopian, whatever the hell he's saying. You know what I'm saying? You better hope and pray, man, that the Lord shows him mercy, which he's not. You know what I'm saying? Because he's coming up against the priests and prophets, man.
And this faggot, if I could, this faggot, he up here running his mouth, and guess what? They don't even accept y'all in damn no Israel, man.
Right.
Y'all can't even live amongst the Israelites unless y'all go join the damn military.
Right.
And other than that, y'all sitting out there looking pathetic, man.
Ethiopians.
Ethiopians. Nobody in the world acknowledges y'all as the true Jews. Not even the so-called white man Jew doesn't even acknowledge you as a goddamn Jew, man. Even the fake Jews acknowledge us as the Jews.
Right.
They know that we the true Jews, but they don't even look at y'all. They just look at y'all as some dumbass, disgusting Africans.
So like I said, if I could, damn, the white Jews over there done turned you Ethiopians to faggots.
You're right, exactly.
Y'all was begging for bags of rice. Now y'all begging for Jewish man's rod. Damn. Well, you Ethiopians, you enjoy that.
Yeah, we gonna ignore this. Let you worship polite and whatever the fuck you want to worship.
Good night. So like it. Can we get that book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 25? Because if you believe in homosexuality, you also believe in child molestation. And this is how the Most High feels about a man who likes child molestation and who likes to rape. Because we know rape and child molestation flourish heavily in the so-called fake Jewish community and the so-called conscious community. Because this is what was supposed to happen to polite. You got it, Mardaki.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her,
If he does what?
force her and lie with her,
That's rape. Because if you force yourself on a woman, man, that's rape, man. And that shows what type of man you are. Like, you gotta force yourself on a woman? I mean, you ain't got enough game to spit to a woman. You can't bring flowers or say nice thing to a woman. I mean, we know Esau gotta do it. He's a habitual raper. But if you a black, Latino, or Native Indian man, and you gotta rape a woman, man, you are pathetic, man. Go ahead, Mark Duck, you got it.
then the man only that lay with her shall die.
That's what was supposed to happen to Polite, man. He was supposed to die, man. Along with all of these other rapists. Like, what's his name? Polite spiritual father.
Dr. York.
Dr. York was supposed to die, man. EL was supposed to die. EL is abbreviation for that pastor who died from being scribbled up like a raisin. You know, he was supposed to die, man. All of you rapists are supposed to die. Even Bill Cosby.
Right.
Another rapist. Even though he raped heathen women, he was supposed to die, man. Because what good is a rapist in a community, man? You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I remember my days to tell me stories all the time about they always had an old rapist on the corner somewhere where kids couldn't go play in his yard, or you couldn't walk by his house, or when it got dark, you didn't want to be on that street because Mr. So-and-so was a rapist and was notorious for it. Or you can't take your kids to them. Don't let him watch your kids because he like to touch kids. Those type of people are supposed to be killed, man. They supposed to die, man. Because guess what? If they die, guess what's going to happen? It ain't going to be too much rape no more. If you stone a rapist, you ain't going to want to rape too much no more, man. Or a child molester, man. Touching on babies, man. Like, that's a baby, man. What kind of pleasure you get out of that, man?
It's a lot, y'all.
Come on, kind
I
sir.
got a question from a brother named Zion Judea.
Come on, kind sir.
The brother says, why can't we wear a cross on our neck?
Slack, so you want me to answer, sir?
Kind if you want
Okay.
to. You
Come.
want to take questions later on after the topic, or would you want to? We probably should have did that in the beginning. But if you want to answer it now, you can.
Come on, kind sir. I answer, sir. That's the why, sir. Okay, his name's Zion, sir?
His name is Zion Judea.
Hey, Zion Judea, okay. Do you know what the cross was a representation of? If you know what the cross represents, let us know in the inbox. Because if you know what it represents, you're going to answer your own question. But Marda, you can go ahead. Can we go back to that article also? Because this scripture right here, Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 25, it says, "But if a man forces himself on a woman, he shall die, man."
He said, no, I don't.
Okay, the cross was a representation of a crucifix, man. You know, back in the time, the cross came from the Roman Empire, and it was something that they used as a torture device. No different than the electric chair.
Right.
No different than the gas chamber. No different than the firing squad. The cross back then was something that they used as a mechanism of torture. You know, the Roman Empire, because the Romans were Edomites, so-called Caucasians. They had a lot of different ways that they did things when it came to killing people. And this crucifix that you wear around your neck was one of the things that they used to torture and kill people. Mm-hmm. So when you wear that cross around your neck, that is a representation of people being murdered, tortured, and raped, and did all type of diabolical things to. You got to understand, our king was killed on the cross. Right. You think our king gonna come back with a cross in his hand? Just think about it. Not trying to attack you or anything, brother, but think about it. Our king was murdered and killed on the cross. You think he's gonna come back with a cross on his neck when he knows that was something that was used to torture and murder him?
And if I could add,
Kind of kind, sir.
the way you also need to look at it is like this is a device that was created by the Romans, and it was created by the Romans to torture us, like you just said. You know what I'm saying? So why am I going to put, you know what I'm saying? Why am I going to wear the device that killed my king? You know what I'm saying? Why am I going to wear that around my neck? It's like a dishonorable thing, you know, towards our king. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's like, sir, it's like getting a necklace with a noose on it.
Right, exactly. Right, like I'm not gonna walk around wearing a noose necklace around my neck. You know, a necklace that looks like a noose. You know what I'm saying? Like that it makes it look like my enemies have power over me.
Right.
And that cross you wearing around your neck, when you wear that cross around your neck, you look like your enemies have power over you. And Christianity is the representation of that power, because that is the power that America uses against us. That's the reason why we don't know who we are. That's the reason why we were slaves. That's the reason why we do get raped, robbed, and murdered, is in the name of Christianity. And that cross is the symbol for that religion. You know what I'm saying? So when you wear that, you're accepting. You understand? It's like you're honoring. You're giving honor to a device or to a religion that has destroyed our people and has also destroyed our king.
Right.
Wherein the proper thing to do is wear a signet that comes from your nation. Like we wear the shield of David, because the shield of David represents our lineage, our blood lineage. Go ahead.
And I was just gonna add this to this real quick. Like that just shows you how much ignorance is in the Christian church now.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they don't show no respect for the Most High, of course. Because like they don't follow no law, statutes, and commandments. And then of course they use this this pendant as a cross, in disrespect. And just to show you how much disrespect that they have for Christ, they wear it. I'm talking about everyone wears this. So-called white people. Everybody that's a Christian, quote unquote Christian, they wear this cross. I've even seen, some people in the conscious community have crosses on.
They call it an unk.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, kind of, like an unk. Like in some of them they would have a cross in it, and then they have like the unk symbol going around it. Come on, now.
Listen. I've been in many different Christian churches growing up, man, and I've seen a lot of brothers wearing that unk in that church.
Yeah.
Those conscious community brothers that wear them unks, they are still Christians.
Damn right, sir.
They are still Christians. I don't care what you say. They might believe in blackity black and African this and African that, but they are still Christians. They are not different from any other Christian.
Right. And so like say, he ain't say nothing back, did he, sir?
The brother? He said, I was just asking in general. I never wore one, but nowadays I see it a lot, as well as wearing the Buddha man. They saying that people also wear the Buddha chain and stuff like that.
God, and so like for me being in the world at one point in time in my life, I wasn't a Christian, but I wore a cross. Mm-hmm. I was one of many horrible pieces of trash in the world. Man. And I had a cross. Listen, don't all the local drug dealers wear a cross around their neck? People in the Roman Catholic Church wear crosses around their neck. And we're not even going to get into the allegations of all the child molestation charges that they have.
It's like I want to believe that the reason why a lot of the brothers in the hood that don't even go to church wear them crosses is just to kind of make grandma feel like, because grandma was always the one that, you going to church, you in that church, and you lie to her, tell her, I go every now and then, but you out there really selling them drugs.
You got the cross on, but it's iced out.
Yeah, it's iced out. So
grandma,
she feel like, you must got God. As long as you keep God in your heart, you good.
You pay them bills. You pay them bills with that drug money. Grandma still love you.
Grandma gonna love you.
Your son's convicted of killing 53 people and selling over 200 tons of dope. Not my baby. He loves.
I know, but these bills get paid around here.
He loves Jesus. Jesus. I don't know who Jesus is.
Jesus.
You
guys are gonna bring up Mark Ducker?
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think I lost my train of thought. So like,
Give a hand to y'all young.
Y'all to get you off track.
Cause I was off
Either
track.
get you either on track or off track.
So like I was off track a little bit too, but so like if we could we go back to that article?
This is gaining the child and caregiver's trust. Perpetrators work to gain the trust of parents, caregivers to lower suspicion and gain access to the child by providing seemingly warm yet calculated attention.
Oh, so like if I could, before he continue on, that was a sister, that wasn't a brother.
Salagia
Just wanted
sis.
to make that clear. My bad.
Salagia sis.
Okay, go ahead. You got it.
The perpetrator gains the child's trust by gathering information about the child, getting to know their needs, and finding ways to fill those needs.
Damn. I'm pretty sure that's what Polite did. I'm pretty sure that's what that basketball coach who's a child molester did. I'm damn sure pretty sure that's what your church does, your pastor does.
Right.
He know your mama po. You know your mama ain't got no money. Oh, Sister Teresa, she behind on her light bill. He come through, pay the light bill and the rent. Sister Teresa ain't gonna say too much of anything. You know what I'm saying? Like these bastards do things like this. They like to gather information and getting to know what these children need, man.
Right.
And finding ways to fulfill those needs. If you were rich, man, you can fulfill the needs of the mother and the child. You know, the mother come to you, well, you know, imagine this, how many people probably came to Polite and mothers came to Polite, well, you know, I'm talking about beautiful mothers, beautiful sisters who are vulnerable. You don't think he's looking at these women, he like, damn, she bad, she tough. Let me find out what's going on with her. What you need? Well, you know, since this happened and that happened, I ain't got a lot of money to pay my bills. I ain't got a lot of money to do this or do that. He takes advantage of those things. What your kids need? Well, you know, she about to be a junior in high school. Okay, she needs some clothes and stuff. Yes, she does. I got her. Buy clothes, buy shoes, pay the mama bills, do all of these things. Guess what? Now he don't gain the trust, man, of the mother and the child. Could you read the next one, Marduk? Can you give an example of what these sick bastards do, man?
I saw you needing the new Superman comic.
Now, this is an example of what these child molesters will do to kind of gain the trust of your child. Go ahead, Marduk. You got it, Salaki?
I saw you reading the new Superman comic. I'm planning to go see the new movie. Can I take you if you want to go?
That Salaki, you got sir.
Can you read that one more time, Salaki?
Can you read that from the top, Marduk, loud for the people that's... Because this is what child pedophiles do, man. And
I saw the reading. I saw you reading the new Superman comic. I'm planning to go see the new movie. I can take you if you want to go.
Can I say something?
Kind of one kind,
Can I
sir.
say something?
Kind of one kind,
So,
sir.
like, you already know where I'm going with this. Polite said, can I take your daughter to an after party? I'm going to an after party. I want to mend this relationship between you and her. This is dead ass accurate. These psychologists and psychiatrists have put this together right here because they have examined the minds of a pedophile and they know what a pedophile says and what they do. And Polite, he literally just came out and said the same exact words in another way.
Damn.
He is a bona fide textbook pedophile, man.
Like, sir. If I could, sir. Like you just said, Otto One. You conscious community people, man. Even the people who study pedophiles know this is the things that they do. So when he goes to court, it's going to be somebody in there saying the things that he did are what pedophiles do.
Come on, man.
These are their tactics. These are how they attack. These are the things that they do. They target the mother. They target the children. They provide this. They provide that. You don't think they in there asking that little girl, what did he do for you? Oh, he bought me a Louis bag. Oh, he bought me Gucci shoes. I guarantee you, if you were to see that little girl, she probably got all the name brand stuff.
Oh, she fresh.
She got the Jordans out of one.
Oh, she fresh.
She got the Jordans, sir. She got the nice new. She got the Jordan 1s, the 2s, the 3s. I don't know the difference because I ain't never had a good pair, but she has them. She going to high school with the Jordans, with the Gucci bag, pulling, like he said, his daughter about to be a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that little girl pulling up to the school in a nice Mercedes. Pretty sure she is. This bastard is like I don't want to say it. This bastard is a textbook child molester, man.
Mm-hmm.
Along with your Christian pastors, along with your politicians, and along with your religious leaders, man.
Facts.
All of them are pedophiles. When you see some disgusting bastard with some young girl or young boy buying them all things and all type of different things, man, you better believe, man, you better watch that damn child, man. It's like, Mark, you got, sir, you want to bring out anything else, sir?
No, it's heavy, man. It's like in the black community, you miss all the signs. Why? Because it should be alarming to you. You can't even understand. It should be alarming to you that our women and our men don't have this understanding or this knowledge. And that they go to church faithfully on Sundays and they pay tithes and they follow that church everywhere it goes, that pastor everywhere he goes. They don't have enough sense to know when your child is being coerced into sex, man.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And this article right here is showing you the start of abusing a child, man. How it starts. It starts with giving them gifts. It starts with getting real, getting the trust of their parents, of their mothers. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine that for a long time while Polite was, with this woman's, with this Salaka, with this daughters, this girls, you know what I'm saying, mother, that he had his eyes locked on that child. And over time, I mean, when it goes to court, just mark my words. When it goes to court, the girl is going to, she's going to testify. She's going to testify. She's going to reveal that he had been messing with her even when she was far younger than 14. It's going to come out that he's been messing with her far younger than 14. Go ahead.
It may be more sisters that come out and say this. We run down a list of all these people: Bill Cosby, all these, famous, rappers and, artists and people in Hollywood. Once one person come out and testify, it's like the shit hits the fan.
The Me Too movement.
Right, the Me Too movement.
You're gonna find out, this is what else you're gonna find out. Not only you gonna find out that he's been molesting that girl for a longer time than that, and you're gonna also find out he's been drugging her also. Right. You're gonna find out he's been drugging her multiple times. You're gonna find out that he's drugged multiple women. There's gonna be more women that's gonna come out and say that he's drugged them and he done had sex with them. The Lord ain't no game, man. He reveals all of that wickedness in the community, man. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, Captain Tazaric said, this is not about the conscious community. This is about the black community. Right. You know what I'm saying? And this brother, you know what I'm saying, has done a very, very disgusting deed in the sight of the Lord. And this is ought to show you that what he believes in and the conscious community is not good for black people, man. Right. Even the white man's his theory and understanding of the mind of a pedophile lines up directly with what this man did, man. It was almost damn near like studied that, and he went by that. You know what I'm saying? But this is not something he studied from what the white man says. This is something that's in him. This is in his desires, and this is the wickedness in his mind and his heart. You know what I'm saying? And even the white man's psychological understanding or study, based on that behavior, lined up perfectly with what he did, man. And It's a horrible thing, man. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just disgusting when I think about it, and how destroyed that sister is. She's not going to be the same. Lord willing, she, you know, after all of this is said and done, they find the ISUPK.
Right.
If not, she is going to be a slut in this world. If she ain't already is, man. She's going to be around there taking out all of her anger and frustration, you know, on everybody else and having sex with whoever she wants, and she's gonna become a monster on it, because that's what happens with people who are victims of rape and molestation. They become chaotic,
Right.
they become depressed, and they allow their traumas to dictate how they deal with people. And so now, because they've been molested by somebody and they're still traumatized by it, now they go and they do the same thing to somebody else or some other type of sexual deviant acts. And so he basically, this monster Polite, he don't realize that he potentially just made a new monster on this earth, man. And that's his doing, man. And that's y'all leader.
Salak, sir, if I could, sir. What you just said out of one. Salak, sir, this is why the ISUPK is the home of the truth, man. My doc, you read the next thing on when it says stages of grooming for a child pedophile, man. The next one, it says feeling a need. These are the stages. Go ahead.
Feeling a need. Once the perpetrator begins to feel the child needs, they may assume noticeably more importance in the child's life. Perpetrators utilize tactics such as gifts.
Such as what?
Gift.
Mm-hmm.
Gift giving, flattery, gifting money, in meeting other basic needs. Tactics may also include increased attention and affection towards the targeted child.
Go to an example of what they do.
I know you loves jewelry, so I got you this watch.
God damn, Salaki.
God damn.
I'm pretty sure Polite didn't do none of those things.
I'm pretty sure he didn't do that.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way you have enough money to give them
Right.
Rolls Royces and Rolexes and necklaces and Gucci and what's all of them other name brand stuff them women like Fendi and all of that and Dolce and Gabbana and
Is Michael Kors cheap to
Michael
people who wear
Kors.
Gucci?
I think Michael Kors is like the if you can't afford Gucci, then that's acceptable. Like Michael Kors is acceptable.
Michael Kors is Air Force Ones to people who wear Fendi, I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly. That's it right there. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a Gucci bag, but
Right.
it's Michael Kors. It's
What is
all
Michael
right.
Kors? It's acceptable.
Where you get that from? Tyrone? Where you get that from? Polite?
For life, gave it to me.
So like it. Can you get the next one up?
Isolating the child.
What?
Isolating the child.
Ooh. Go ahead.
The perpetrator uses isolation tactics to reinforce their relationship with the child by creating situations in which they are alone together.
Were they a what?
That's right. Alone together.
What was Polite with that young girl at?
Alone together.
Go ahead.
Babysitting.
Sheesh.
One-on-one. Coaching. Special trips.
Hey, that's what EL did.
Right.
Go ahead.
The perpetrator may reinforce the relationship with the child by cultivating a sense that they love and understand.
Like, he said, read that part where it says cultivate again.
The perpetrator may reinforce the relationship with the child by cultivating a sense that they love and understand the child.
Cultivating is like another word for growing.
Right.
You know, like growing. And so like when you cultivate like a farm, or you cultivate a garden, you're basically growing something out of it, right? basically he's building a sense inside of the child's mind or the woman's mind, or the child's mind. He's building a sense in the child's mind that, hey, I'm here for you.
Right.
I love you. I'm gonna take care of you. Nobody's gonna be able to do nothing to you. It's me and you. They're building this protection, this sense of protection and loyalty inside of the child, so that when you get ready to finger her,
Sheesh.
she's gonna be like, okay, maybe this is part of his protection.
Damn.
And it's almost, like they, grooming them to be exactly what they want them to be.
Slack it. That's exactly what cultivating is.
And it's so crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because you know how, not to put, in a sense of, kids being like, animals, but when a dog go get, groomed and neutered and, trained to do what the master say, what happens? They gotta be, pet, a certain way, or they gotta be talked to in a certain way. And then what they get little treats.
Sheesh. God damn. Salakia, man. This is
a horror story, man.
I pray people watch this class and just understand what the UPK is trying to teach you. Little not to that?
Snacks at school.
Hmm?
I did snacks at school.
Most high Christ. Oh yeah, I can get some snacks out of there. We get nothing but damn, so like it. Could you go home with him, Mardaki?
Sir. Since that they love and understand the child in a way that others, even their parents, cannot.
Damn.
The adult can start to tell the child that no one cares for them the way that they do, not even their parents.
Give an example, Mardaki.
You can trust me because no one understands you the way I do.
Man, listen. We are digging into the mind of child pedophiles, man. To these child molesters, rapists. This is what's in their mind, man. These are the tactics that they use against children.
Right.
Could you go to the next one out?
Sexualizing the relationship. Once emotional dependence and trust have been built, the perpetrator progressively sexualizes the relationship. This occurs through talking, pictures, and creating situations in which both are naked, swimming. The adult exploits the child's natural curiosity and trust using stimulations to advance the sexual nature of the relationship.
Man, listen, man. You sisters out there who are single, get inside of the ISUPK so you can protect your children, man. This young girl who was underneath police, protective, whatever, her mother learned out the hard way, man. Her mother learned the hard way of trusting in somebody's money rather than trusting in the Most High, man. You can go to the next one out.
Have you ever masturbated?
Damn.
I can show you how. It feels really good.
So like if I could, all of that is gonna come out in court.
Right.
Ooh,
I guarantee
wee.
when they had this girl, because she's all her they got their defense attorneys lined up. You know what I'm saying? And she's telling them everything. And when the court comes,
Ooh,
she is
wee.
going to. You already think it's okay. Just based on the allegations alone, you think he's a monster. But wait until you hear the stuff that's going to come out in court. You about to hear it all. And she is going to tell him how it all started.
The text message.
It's going to be text message. Oh my God. He said it right. A bond hit right on the head. It's going to be text messages. It's going to start there. Just like this article said, it starts with you asking for sexual or doing sexual things or having sexual conversations.
Right.
Have you ever given head? Have you ever masturbated? Have you ever did any fellatio? Have you ever did any of those type of things? And then eventually it's going to turn into, come here, let me show you how to do it.
Damn.
Or you want me to show you how to do it? Or are you feeling horny today? You want to do something? It's going to turn into those type of things. And then next thing you know, you done got some 14 or 15-year-old to consent to having sex with you, man.
It's like, sir, if I could, sir. My doc, he was with me this weekend. We went to the little hood I grew up in. That same hood, this older brother, he was our age back when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
He came home from prison, and he used to do tattoos. He started doing all the young girls' tattoos. And I remember he had 7, 8, maybe 9 or 10 girls. Young girls, I'm talking about 14. He was having sex with them. And I know 3 or 4 personal to this day that I could talk to. That's when we get this podcast. Like, them sisters gonna be able, like,
They're gonna be able to come up here, man.
kind of McCon, sir.
And we gonna let them tell their story, man.
Right.
We gonna be really hated around here.
Ooh, we in Salaga, sir. Damn.
And so, like, if I could, I believe, honestly, I believe that's really what is gonna set it off around here. Because, you know, people just looking at us all like, these just Negroes that's teaching that Christ is black. You know what I'm saying? That the Jews are really our people. But we finna dig, we finna put something out there in the airwaves and on YouTube that's gonna make these filthy Christian pastors and pedophiles and all of these dirty bastards who make our community horrible. Because you know it's happening out here in the South.
Right.
It's happening. Out in these small towns, it's happening a lot with these child molesters and pedophiles within the families and the pastors in Christian church. We about to make them crawl, man. They about to be uncomfortable, man. Because we gonna come out here and we gonna shake things up and we gonna change the norm around here, man. They ain't gonna like it.
Damn right. On the hand, man.
Yeah, it's coming. Y'all about to see a surplus of sisters coming into this school.
Mm-hmm. And Salaga, sir, I'm gonna finish off with this. Mardak, could you get the last one?
Maintaining control.
Maintaining control is one of the stages listing child pedophilia. Go ahead.
Once sexual abuse is occurring, perpetrators commonly use secrecy, blame, and threats to maintain the child's participation in continued silence.
Ain't
In order to maintain control, perpetrators use emotional manipulation. They make the child believe they are the only person who can meet their emotional and material needs. The child may feel that the loss of their relationship or the consequences of exposing it will be more damaging and humiliating than continually the unhealthy relationship.
Man, listen. That is the reason why we have sisters on the stripper pole. That is the reason why we have male homosexuals in our community, man. If you looking for a reason to answer why, this is why. You got it, Mark Duncan.
And I was gonna say, like, that's why a lot of sisters, they have low self-esteem as well too.
If I could touch that as well, man, just real quick before you close it out. He's, you know, that right there is why a lot of times sisters don't come out and say what happened to them until like 10, 20 fucking years later. You know what I'm saying? Because just what he read, he said that that pedophile will convince you that if you say something about it, it's gonna make you look bad. You gotta live in fear of how people are gonna view you because you were molested. That's hell right there.
Damn.
This sister, this 14-year-old sister that he raped, and I'm saying he raped her because that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? That he raped. If it wasn't for the fact that, you know, that he finally got exposed and she didn't decide to be like the type of female that was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep this under wraps. She would have kept that thing under wraps for 10, 20 years, man. And a lot of sisters around here today, you believe it or not, there's sisters around here today that are afraid to say that that's what happened in fear of being humiliated or something worse happening. What is the worst that can happen anymore, Bon? I mean, you already been raped.
Right.
You done already had somebody's Johnson forced down your throat.
Right.
You understand? You done already been penetrated against your will. Now you're supposed to just be quiet, hoping that he don't go further and you don't get humiliated by everybody. I know it's a humiliating thing, but it's even worse when you live every day knowing that happened to you and you ain't saying nothing about it. That's gonna drive you crazy, man. That's I understand now why the suicide rate is going up in the black community.
Absolutely, sir.
People are living with these things and that have happened to them, and they have no defense because they can't go to their Christian pastor. He gonna tell them to shut up, don't say nothing about it. They can't go to their grandmother or their mother because they gonna tell them what? They gonna tell them don't say nothing about it. They can't go to their father because they scared their father gonna blow his damn brains out, man.
Right.
Because that's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just horrible. Go ahead.
So, like, sir, Martin, could you get an example?
Kind, sir. If you tell anyone, we both could go to jail.
Boy.
We won't be able to be together, or if you tell anyone, something bad could happen to your family.
Something bad can happen to your family.
With that, I'm gonna call a priest and Officer Maradaki.
It's the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK. Start at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They should be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can read about this in Numbers chapter 18, verses 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. We have memorial of blowing of the trumpets. This falls on the first day of the 7th month. This falls on Monday the 6th September of this year. You can read about this in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 through 25. Remind Akma Akwa to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, the star wearing all black boot shirts, pants, headband, boots, and scarf. And with that, shalom.